Hello and welcome to Connotation Points video Snark. I'm currently reading through The Betrothed by Kiera Cass. This is not the first video of this book, so I'd recommend that you watch the other videos before you start this. Links are posted below. Chapter 27. The chapter opens on a letter to Valentina. Hollis basically tells Valentina of the entire plot since Valentina left Corona, of running off to get married to Silas in secret. However, she does give some new info of where they're living, which isn't too far from where Hollis grew up, which I suppose is what Silas meant when he said that she'd laugh at their end destination. The manor where they're living is in disrepair, but Hollis feels like it'll help keep her busy. It didn't seem like the Eastoffs were too friendly with the royal family of Isolate, and King Quentin made his feelings for them quite apparent. Oh gee, I can't possibly imagine why the Eastoff family would hate their former tyrant king. Also can't imagine why Quentin would hate the family that would do literally anything to get away from him. Hollis finishes up by asking that Valentina continue to write to her and to send the letters to her new home. As she's sending the letter, Silas comes in and asks what she's doing, writing to her friends and family. She needs to write to her parents next, which she mentions in her letter to Valentina. Silas then apologizes for the matter, saying that he wants to give Hollis everything that she's used to having. But for Hollis, it seems like a small price to pay in exchange for her emotional well-being and continuing happiness. However, despite the fact that Silas is the one who reminded Hollis that she shouldn't care about what the people at court think, he's worried about Hollis's reputation. But Hollis is convinced that there will soon be some new scandal. She first says within a week. Then they make a wager that within 50 days there will be a new scandal. At the very end of the chapter, the rest of the Eastoff family pulls up in their carriage. Chapter 28. I'm honestly a little confused as to what's going on in the opening of this chapter. Hollis has written to the palace and received a reply back, but like 15 question marks in a row. Scarlet is helping her to get dressed and Hollis is going to another manor, but I still don't quite know what's going on. Hollis seems to think that it'll be shocking when she shows up without her parents. Help! What is happening? Context would be nice. Hollis promises Scarlet that she'll see her soon, at least to return the borrowed dress. Since Hollis ran off so quickly, she apparently literally only had the clothes on her back and has just been wearing the same ball gown until the rest of the Eastoff family showed up. Hollis goes to Lady Eastoff, and much like Hollis's own mother, this lady also doesn't have a forename. They get into a carriage. As they're driving, Lady Eastoff mentions that they're going to be seeing Hollis's parents. She also mentions that Silas and Hollis wish to be married right away, but that isn't Lady Eastoff's problem, except the fact that Hollis just ended a long relationship. Except as Hollis says, she wasn't in a relationship. Not really, anyway. It was short, and manipulative, and one-sided. I was so caught up in the fun of being elevated that I didn't see for a long time how Jameson was treating me. I hate to admit this, and you must never tell him I said it, but Eaton was right. Jameson wanted me to be pretty and entertaining, but never to think or fail. I'm not sure that can be called a relationship. Not really. It's hard to hate this. This is way more character growth and insight than most of the stuff I read. Lady Eastoff agrees that Hollis's relationship with Jameson doesn't sound good at all. After Hollis explains her feelings about Silas, Lady Eastoff compares the two of them to her own whirlwind romance with her current husband. They get to where they need to go, and right away Hollis senses trouble the second she sees her mother. Lady Eastoff asks if she should stay, but Hollis says she needs to speak with her parents alone. She gets out, and right away the trouble starts. Lady Bright demands that Hollis get into their own carriage where they will return to the palace and Hollis will beg for Jameson's forgiveness. However, Hollis seems eager with the idea that Jameson will move on and find some other skirt to chase. Her parents honestly seem more upset over the loss of being the king's in-laws than literally anything their daughter wants. And then, because you probably knew it was coming, here comes the casual racism directed towards the people of Isolate. When Hollis continues to refuse to do as her parents say, they finally put their foot down and say that she'll be on her own. Which, kind of the point, but sure. Again, Hollis refuses, so her parents have a coachman throw Hollis's trunk down the stairs. Lady Eastoff gets her own coachman to help her get the trunk and put it into her own carriage. Lord and Lady Bright then turn on Lady Eastoff and tell her that Hollis will be her problem now. However, Lady Eastoff proves that she's much more deserving of Hollis's love and affection and says that she'd be proud to call Hollis her own. Lady Eastoff guides Hollis back into her carriage. As the door shuts and they start off, Hollis realizes that this is it. There's no turning back now. Although I don't know why Hollis is so surprised. I know that I'm not. They were awful towards Hollis when they thought that she was actually going to become the queen, so I don't know why she thought that their opinion of her would have somehow changed for the better after she ran off. Thanks for listening to my book Snark on YouTube. New videos are up every Monday. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you don't miss anything. Also, while you're waiting for the new video next week, be sure to catch up on my other video series. If you're already caught up with that, then you can head over to Tumblr for my main book Snarks, always free and updated daily. People who support me on Patreon also have early access to my daily Snark, but also bonus Snark that isn't up anywhere else. People who donate to me either by supporting me on Patreon or by making a one-time donation via PayPal or Ko-fi also get shoutouts in my videos. Thank you so much to Dawn, Phoebe, and Nikki for supporting me already. Be sure to join my Patreon or donate to hear your name next week. Also, if you want to read some of the stuff that I've published, then you can purchase my works on Amazon. I have 19 erotic short stories, 1 short story collection, and 1 full-length novel. Links for everything will be posted below. See you next week, guys!